Well, I did decide to come on and to tell you a little bit more about what I did on here. Found a way to do a little work into the backs of the ears and the backs of the horns, but I had to turn the video off to do it because it was just a little step that kind of needed a little more focus. It was one that involved a little gouge here that I used to kind of dig out between the ears and the back, and a little V gouge I used to kind of make the place between the horns. One little horn got chipped off of one and had to be glued back on with Loctite super glue. So we took care of that little step, and I'd say we're probably getting about to the point where we can just about move on to the next now. As you see, I kind of got the work put into the back of the neck and the back of the body, and come now to the point where we can take this little V gouge, and you see that little line there that separates its front and back legs. We can take a little gouge and put a little line in just like that, and kinda take it so it goes and goes and goes down to where it needs and ought to be, and see the little things we see in life. Take care of what we know, do what we don't know, and see how the work shall brighten its way along to us and show a little light as it comes and goes about in us, to the point where we get this made right, we get this made going, and get down to a point where a little work shall work its way into us. There comes a time when you sort of take the knife and work away at the little part of the face. We are going to do that right now. Kind of take the wood away, kind of make it so the face is going to be narrow. It almost kind of makes it look in a way like it's almost like a dog's face or a goat's horns, but this little work of mine, we're just going to take it along, oh, the way it goes, and see a little chipping we do here, and oh, the work, how it comes our way, makes us all so we see and know a lot of things we may otherwise not seen or known, but it's all just a little work that takes its things away from us, makes us good people and happy people, and blessing us for all we are, all we do. I say the work is happening to us now, making it so we see the things we see, know the things we know, and we are about to go about the front 2 feet of this dragon and take it so it's gonna be of a little more work to us, but a little more adventure in the long run. And so this work is going to come along. This is how far along we've come on it, and the next little step we take is going to be a brave little bold step we're going to take. And I'd say these little critters, they show us a lot of good work and detail, I say. You know, used to have an encyclopedia as a kid where they showed a little statue of a German dragon devouring a human. It was just one of those things where we saw in our books as kids little interesting things we know about. Those encyclopedia sets, they ended up going to Goodwill eventually, and I just started from that point on doing so much of my research from Google and the internet, you know. There's a little think we're going to take the same step on the face of this other one and try to take it so it's going to come out really, really good. The work shall come along. The work shall take its place. The work shall move along. The work shall do a little good in us, make us all happy, good people, I say. And this is a little thing where we're working along to make a good little dragon head here. And so we've come this way, making it so it's all going to be a little good to us here and there. Make good little works come along. Make happy little projects come along. And I say for this, we're kind of making a little happy work for us. And so this little work is making its way to us, making it so we're going to have a marketable product, a marketable sale. Make it so we're going to see things as they're going to come and go, and all the long run of what we do is going to be based on these little projects that we make. I say, oh, the work is happy in us and making us good-hearted, soulful, cheerful people. I say, we're going to work along, kind of come along the front here, try to make it so we get the front of the neck where it comes about equal with the front of the head. And so I say that this is a type of work that comes into us, makes its way, and I say little things we're doing to make it all show a little happy work in us. And so we're coming down to where we finally make the chin, and with a little work here and there, make it all so it looks just bright and shiny to us, makes us all happy folk people, and bright little world we're going to see. It's just the work that comes along and the work we're going to do, making it so we're brightening the light of every soul around us, seeing the things we're going to see for the future. And this little work shall make its way to us, and we shall see a good little dragon come out of here. There was a song I wrote when I was a teenager about a dragon's lair. Couldn't give you the whole song. It was quite a long song. It was quite a long ways to go, but had its own little guitar chords, and I sang it and played it and performed it a few concert in high school, so I'd say the lyrics were good, the song was good, people thought it was great, it was a great performance, and there came times in my life where I sort of changed the material and subject of my music, kind of changed it to the Bible and all, but I'd say a little work in us made us see a little bit of a longer, brighter direction to us, and I'd say we've come along with our work. You know, I think about the dragons in the Revelation sometimes, you know. There were beasts in the Revelation, you know, there was the dragon in heaven, the dragon that was represented by Lucifer in the Revelation. Lucifer was the angel who wanted to be on God's throne, tried to be better than God, tried to overthrow God from the throne, and God sent him down on this earth, and the angel Lucifer became the devil, which is called Satan, the accuser of the brethren. You can see here I got the two front feet a little separated now. I'm going to try to do the same little trick on the other one as well. Try to get the same amount of little work done into him. Make it so he's going to be bright and shiny and all the stuff we need to see and know. I'd say that it's a little work we do, trying to brighten our days, brighten those around us, brighten our little world, and show us all a little good favor in God. I know that these little dragons are sort of like mythical creatures. They all kind of represent different things, and there's some of them who are represented in dragons, you know. It's one of the creatures by whom the devil is illustrated in the Bible, and there's also a creature in the Bible called a Leviathan, which is what illustrates him in Isaiah. By this, you see, we kind of got the two front feet carved out again. There comes a little step along here where we take a little step to carve out the back of the hind leg, the back of the front leg, just to make it come out as good as it ought to be. Make it so it looks so bright on us. So, as for the work to come along, the dragon shall be making its way. This one, it won't breathe fire because it's made out of wood. Some people believe that fire-breathing dragons exist. I don't believe they really exist, but there's just all kinds of mythical folklore about them, I say. We kind of work down here and make the feet come out a little longer and stronger, and so that's how we get the work to come about. There's a place on here where we're going to carve down here to make the legs a little thinner now, and so that's the place where we do a little work in there and come along to where we finally get out with the final part of the hind leg. And so this is how we get it on both sides here. We're going to take the same little step on this other one as well. Try to make it so that the hind leg, the front leg comes in. And it's getting to be a time of night when I can easily get my thoughts mixed up, get my words mixed up, get my concepts mixed up, and finally the work shall come along, and it's going to be a little extra work to do to make it come along like the work it needs to be. So we're kind of coming along to make this little place here. There's a time when we gotta put a little more carving work into the plate piece to make it so the structure comes out like it ought to be. Try to carve in a little place right behind the forelegs and come along to sort of draw that little line in there. And for the last cut, we kind of make that little spot, and there's little work that comes to us here. We have finally given this a long ways to go and reaching out finally with a few last little cuts to make, and that makes out the front legs. There's a little more work to do, but I'm thinking I might close it up for now, and perhaps in the next video have a little more to say, a little more to show, and a little more to do. Trying to get these things thinned out here. It's going to be a lot of work, but we will manage that. And so by this work we've done, we've got a lot of ways we're going, making it so we're brightening the light of day by the type of work we're going to do. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.